looks like I need to recapture it. There we go.
It's how keep at it, so forged. Nothing makes you feel alive quite like dying.
Neat. Alright, that should be a good audio level for right now. We can always adjust it later. So yeah, this is the Hades clone that I've been playing lately. I actually managed to complete one run on the easiest difficulty a couple days ago. With a loadout that I was not expecting to do the job. Okay. And evidence of my progress is right here. My man Lancelot. And my exclamation mark over the difficulty selection. So I actually used the chimes, which is a kind of a goofy ranged weapon, in order to get my one completed run so far. Currently have the book equipped. Here's my light and heavy attacks. I can pop down a turret for my magical magic spell. Oh, I do have the potion map. Good. I actually don't know which potion I want to take with me. Because I don't know what power-ups I'm gonna find along the way. Oh, that was an up input, apparently. Well, unless that respawns, like, after I actually start the adventure, I think I may have just wasted that, but whatever. Heavy attack with the mace is really good. Just blast the crap out of things with lightning. This is my blacksmith.
You do not need to hoard groundwater. Your weapons thirst.
Alright, so you can see the little character portraits. I have 4 playable characters, and all 4 of them have 4 different weapons they can use. Some of them are ranged. Some of them have like a charged ranged attack. Some of them are like instant ranged. A lot of them are just melee. I have fully upgraded the mace. I was wondering if I had fully upgraded the chime just yet. 10, 25, and 10. Well, looks like I can go ahead and improve this all the way. Hell yeah. Heavy attack gains a third projectile, or heavy attack fires 3 light notes in random directions when it explodes. Kind of want a third heavy projectile. But then I've still got the icons up in the top right. It's the one on the very far right, which is the Grail Water, which I am using to upgrade my weapons. Light attack channels faster, heavy attack deals more damage. Well, we've got to take that first one. We'll go ahead and take that second one. This is just light attack channeling faster and heavy attack doing more damage. Light attack fires an additional projectile. It's a perfect shot that deals plus 50% damage. I kind of like that. Hitting an ally with your heavy attack causes their light attack to deal more damage for a short time. I play solo. Heavy attack gains bonus damage for every chamber you complete. Okay. I like that. I will take it. Once I get enough magic hoo-ha to actually do the thing. Let's double check the bounty board. Don't have anything from the last time I played. Here's Merlin. Interesting. Game Group is always looking for games to play together. I see this is co-op, so it might be up their alley. Could be. I've only ever seen it with 2 players. I don't know if you can do more than that. You might be able to. Not sure. But yeah, it's a action roguelike, very much like Hades, except it's King Arthur instead of ancient Greece. But yeah, this game is also addicting as hell.
By gods, you've done it, so forged. You've bested Arthur.
Once. He beat the brakes off me the last time I faced him.
Alas, it seems this is not the end. The Grail's corruption runs even deeper than I realized.
Alright.
Hail, Soulforge. Come find me on your next quest.
He sounds like the voiceover guy from Kingsfield.
Together, I pray we can assemble the Ring of the Spell and purge the Grail's corruption.
Okay. And then the source is where you level up other little bits and bobs about your character. I'm gonna take this. I already took this. I could get both of these. And this is movement speed. And then the top 3 of these are all about reviving allies. Since I play solo, I don't need to worry about. I could start on this. More likely to receive uncommon blessings. Yeah, let's go ahead and get these. Start my work on the devotion tree here. What else do we have? This is Guinevere. She takes the moon money.
King Arthur chose to steal the Grail, and it stole his mind. He made these decisions.
Actually, the reviews all say the multiplayer is buggy. You can... The videos that I've been watching, the streams that I've been watching from Murphigator and PJ DeCaesar are up on the Team Poor Life Choices or Team PLC YouTube channel. You can take a look for yourself, because I haven't really noticed any big bugs on any of their playthroughs when I've been watching. Light games to quickly get into, do a run, and move on as you want to. Whatever else you want to do in the day. Yeah, like a full run of this on the easiest difficulty is like between 30 and 40 minutes, I think. Maybe a bit longer, but it's pretty much just about under an hour if you are like, taking your time and
I mourn the kingdom, not the king.
not skipping cutscenes. Alright, so Guinevere has enchantments. The only ones I have left are the ability to get more rerolls on my power-ups that I get throughout the run, and a mirror that will allow me to customize my emotes. Otherwise, stuff like secret shops, ultimate blessings, the bounty board, companions, treasure goblins. A lot of this stuff is pretty important. And then, of course, in addition to 4 weapons per each one of the 4 characters, you have 4 magical spells. So I'm going with the Crystal Turret. And of course, the Blessing Codex allows you to see which blessings, which power-ups you have found over the course of all of your runs. These guys on the left here are the Fae, which are like the gods of this world that give you power-ups and blessings. Also the cursors. The cursor is not in the same place as the lighted bar. So we've got like bonuses to backstabbing, bonuses to cold attacks, weakening attacks, stunning attacks, critical hits, poison. I'm not sure. I haven't taken too many blessings from Oberon, so he talks a lot about the wind. Just not really sure what he's all about. And Titania has fire. Alright. So I've got the good old Wampin stick. Should be good. I accidentally used up my potion. Main issue was being disconnected since the last update. It's like the developers looking into it as of Christmas. Yeah, the guys I was watching really only ever had like one big issue where like they disconnected and couldn't reconnect. Oh, it's running into a wall apparently. Son of a bitch! Got him. And yeah, the dashing mechanic took a little while for me to get used to. Being able to just like dash through enemy attacks instead of trying to walk around them. So this is a Fey banner. This is how you get your elemental power-ups. Feel the raw, naked, whomping stick of the road. Oh god.
You wear your rage like armor, Soulforged. It suits you. I can grant you power to match.
So that's Oberon. It's the guy I don't really know too much about.
I assure you, you are not dreaming.
And this is Mab. She's the poison lady, and I like her a lot. So I can give my dash the ability to inflict poison, and give my lightning the ability to inflict poison. I can somehow accidentally disconnect my controller. Mab has some nice qualities. Yeah, she does. Once again, it's a very nice shade of dark green. I haven't taken her ultimate yet. Interesting. Well, let's take the heavy attack. Okay, and the, if you look down at the bottom left, next to my health bar, to the right of my health bar, that's that potion that I accidentally used when I was in the waiting room. Looks like I do get that back at the start of a run. So a lot of these rooms will have 2 exits that reward different things. I'm taking this one. Sometimes you only get one. Lightning poison. Yep. That's my turret. Boom. Get around these guys pretty quickly. There are traps. Big dummy has to step on it. It's not as dumb as he looks. I am, though. I tried to use my magic without dashing past him. That was a dumb mistake. Yeah, so like we only have one exit this time. But we'll get another Fey banner. So we'll get visited by another 2 random gods that will offer me power-ups, but this room contains a major foe. Let's see which one it gives me. Oh, the big mortar monster. Not a fan of the mortar monster. But he also doesn't really move unless you get close to him. So you can just take pot shots. Oh boy. the traps all get disabled when you clear a chamber. Also, you can click the right stick and you'll get a lock on. Very Hades-like. Yeah, from everything I've ever seen of Hades, it's caused a bunch of these games to come out.
Patience is strength, soul forged. I've watched mountains rise and crumble in time's cold embrace.
So that's Vera. She's the cold lady. Since Mav is here again, I'm going with her. Your venom lasts longer and deals more damage with each tick. Yes. Yes, please. Dude, lightning is an amazing thing. There he goes. Just waiting for the poison to do its job. Just waiting for the poison to do its job. There we go. Ooh, sword in the stone. This is another upgrade system besides just the elemental stuff. Let's do a lock on. See that dot that shows up over my guy, and I don't have to keep like manually adjusting my aim in order to hit him. Bolts are 20% larger and deal more damage. Okay. Anytime you fire bolts, fire an additional bolt. Or I can make my crystal turrets last longer. I have a really bad habit of not using my spells. So I think I just want bigger lightning and more damaging lightning. Thank you. Let's go to the shop. So you can usually buy yourself some health, or you can buy yourself some of the stuff that you see up here. I don't have enough money for the blessings. Buy some fairy embers. Press select, you can open up this menu. 82 of those? I don't really have much of a use for those things anymore, though. I mean, I can buy spells for some of the other characters, but let's get a Horn of Strength. Let's just level up one of my skills. Let's level up my lightning. There's a training dummy. Oh, excuse me. Also, there's Lancelot. He needs money. I don't have 300 gold for him. I'll have to find some later. It's time for a mini-boss? Yes, time for a mini-boss. That's how powerful poison is. Let's go ahead and take another Horn of Strength. Hopping fresh, Horn of Strength. Yeah, the bosses in this game really do not give you a lot of room to move. That boss in particular kicked my ass a lot before I was able to kick him back the first time. But the bosses don't have... Damn it. The bosses don't have, like, really crazy movesets. As far as, like, the number of different things that each one of them can do. So once you've faced each of the mini-bosses and bosses, like 2 or 3 times, you've pretty much seen everything they can do. Oh, this one gives me 2. Yeah, let's go with a major upgrade to my poison damage per tick. Believe me, the first time I played this game, my reaction time was nowhere near good enough to actually do much of anything. You definitely get better at this game the more that you play it. You also get a lot stronger, like relatively quickly. Right, and that just increases max health. I don't need to break that, but I will because it was shiny. Ice Witch's Pearl. I don't want to receive a blessing from her, but I do want to know her potion recipe. So what the potions do is it calls a specific one of the gods to appear at that particular banner. An event with an opportunity to earn bonus rewards. What kind of event am I going to get? Of course, it's the fucking obstacle course. I hate this one. Mostly because I'm not very good at, like, the last part of it. I ran out of dash charges. Yeah, this part. Hey, there we go. Get the banner.
If all else fails, get lucky.
So here's some new faces.
Collect the sweet lullaby to deafen your foes.
What, that guy's name is Lug? Lug? Luigi? You decide. He's the guy that deals with critical hits and improving critical hit damage and all of that. Cleona is the one that I had like 8 or 9 different blessings from when I was able to beat my first run. And she deals with weakening enemies, like debuffing enemies. I kind of want to use one of my rerolls to get another blessing from Mab.
Portents, augurs, omens. The future is easy to predict if you forecast calamity.
And I didn't get Mab on my reroll. I got bad, but he's the guy that deals with backstab damage. One more reroll. There she is. Caustic Finale. Enemies with venom explode on death, releasing bile for each stack on them. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. So now enemies are going to blow up and spread even more poison damage. Oh god, hold on. Lip smacking, thirst quenching, ace tasting, motivating, good, buzzing, cool, talking, high walking, fast living, ever giving, cool fizzing, get lucky. Oh yeah, it does. Attack a whole lot. I'll come back to those sparklies in just a little bit. Horn. The sparkly bits mean that Lancelot's hanging out. He's got a challenge for me. Speaking of guys that don't give you a lot of room to breathe, this is one of the elements, and that's the ring. So the Ring of Dispel is something that you learn about after your first completed run. And you need to get all 3 of the gems that go into it in order to take on the, I guess, true final dungeon. More of a ranged fighter, so I'd be spamming lightning too. Yeah, I really like ranged in this game. I spent a lot of time playing with the melee weapons, and some of them are better than others, but that's mostly because they have longer range. One of the guys just carries around this big fucking cannon, and his light attack is just like this really delayed but super damaging shot from the cannon. It just beats the hell out of anything standing in front of it. And yeah, if you can use the environmental hazards to your benefit, then do. Like that. Moonstones. Also, this is a very pretty game. Like, I really like the art style. And I really like the environments. More horn. Add this to my wish list and pick it up. They just did their like 1.1 update not that long ago and had this game at 50% off. I don't know if it's still at 50% off, but that's like $13, which this game is well worth $13. Mostly Othello games to try out. Okay, very good. Yeah, after tax, it's 13 bucks, which is really good. There were also a couple of other games that I picked up for this sale. One of them is a very pixely, but still very pretty platforming shoot 'em up called Valfaris. And the other one, I do not remember the name of, but it's basically like a Legend of Zelda Link to the Past, but as a bullet hell shooter. As far as this game is concerned, there are definitely a lot of really good ranged options for each character. Well, there's ranged options for each character. Level of the lightning. Secret shop. Spell does more damage. Blessings gained appear one rarity higher. Upgrade the rarity of 2 random blessings. Heal at the start of each chamber. I don't really want to buy any of those, and I don't want to use a reroll. Oh. It's time for the boss. Contains a Knight of the Round Table. Here we go, dude. This is where it starts getting fun. Well, even more fun. Oh, Shotgun King? Very nice. If that's the game I'm thinking of, I'm thinking about getting that at some point. Ooh. Spin to win. And as you do more damage to the Knights of the Round Table, they do get additional attacks in their repertoire. God. Taking way too much damage during this fight, but he's dead. And looked up die. Thank you. Yeah, that guy took me a number of tries before I figured him out. there's Lancelot. How's it going, buddy? I do not want to give you 45 health right now. Now I'll consider it. And then I need 300 gold for the last one. You get these potion labs. And the only one that I don't have the recipe for is Mab. And that bugs the fuck out of me. Because I'd love to just be able to force one of her blessings to show up, but kind of disappointing that I haven't come across more of the Fae banners. Let's start doing crystal shard rooms. So I've got a perk where if I clear a room with crystal shards as a bonus, then I will get some extra health. Now we're on to level 2. Cornwall Township. Got some different enemies here. Some different environmental hazards as well. These guys get hung up on the environment pretty easily. Poison mushrooms. Got crates, barrels of fireworks. Damn it. Well, let's take barrels. Since I started getting blessings from Mab on this run, I really just want to keep getting them from her. They all have good synergy with each other. Is it all just... Uh-oh. It's all about the venom stacking and the damage that you do with all of the stacks of venom. I can buff my light attack. That's probably going to be my best bet. Since, again, I'm dumb and I don't use my spell. Lessons gain around very higher. Heal at the start of each chamber. 2 levels higher. Heavy attack deals more damage for 5 chambers. I kind of want to hang on to my money. And I need to double check these barrels that are hanging out at the edge of the world here. Because some of them have stuff inside of them. A little bit of a health refill, maybe some more crystal shards. Eventually they'll have money. Oh yeah, dude, ranged attacks go through walls. Well, ranged attacks like the lightning go through walls. Ranged attacks, like a straight shot from a bow and arrow, can go through some walls. Big obstacles like this thing here, I can't do like a bow and arrow shot past that. fireworks do their thing. But in some of the more cluttered rooms, there have been, like, barricades that didn't have, like, this top canopy part on it. So it's still something you can't walk through, but you can still do a ranged attack past it. Secret shop. Additional mana charge. Reduce damage. More damage against undead. I'm going to take a little bit of a risk. Go with a Fae that I don't have a blessing from yet, but I want his ultimate. It's my favorite ultimate in the entire game. If I can get it, then fan-fucking-tastic. I will use my last reroll trying to get it if he doesn't instantly offer it to me, though. Oh. Spin to win. Gog Magog, the last giant. There's his ultimate. Fuck yes. So Gog Magog is the guy that deals with stagger effects. If you can get stagger effects and freezing effects to a really high level, the combination of the two is ridiculously strong. But yeah, I am going to be taking his ultimate, as it will allow me to summon his mighty giant fist from the sky. What do I do here? All players gain a horn of strength. But you'd seal my heavy attack blessing for the next chamber. Yeah, no thanks. I use my heavy attack a lot. I learned it by watching Gog Magog. He's a good one. As I'm sure you've noticed, it's really hard to get like a lot of consecutive blessings from the same god. Uh-oh. Well, this is where I might start running into trouble, depending on who I get. Oh boy. This is gonna be a fucking frantic fight. It always is. There's fucking two of them. And then they still summon in other little shitheads that you have to worry about. Oh yeah, and they have fucking cannon hands. Thankfully those bugs are really flimsy.
Ultimate ready!
Nope, ultimate ready. Hand of God. And I hit the wrong button, so I threw down my turret. which isn't the worst thing I could have done. Hanging out directly in front of these fucking guys is probably the worst thing I could do. Because that projectile they shoot comes out really fast.
Get ready to rumble.
Another one. They're staggered. They were staggered. One down. Fight becomes significantly easier once you get one of them down.
Get ready to rumble.
See, the things that have quick attacks do well. Yeah. A lot of the ranged options for the characters have you do like some kind of charge up. Like a bow and arrow, where you have to pull the string all the way back. Or, like this character had that book weapon, where if you just tap the button to do the attack, then it fires the shots out like a spread gun. But if you charge it, then they all fire out in like a straight line, so that all three projectiles hit at once. Yeah, that's a hectic fight. But getting the ultimate off a couple times really helped. Scarecrow. Nope. Oh god. Help? Yeah, like this little table here in the center. It's a good example of what I was talking about earlier with some things you can get projectiles over. And you can dash over. And end up dashing right into one of these idiots' attacks. I've got stuck in the goop. Oh, there's a lot of shit. Come here, you son of a bitch. I was not facing the right way. There we go. Whew. You can get more damage in on that, or more damage in on the ultimate. I think that's the important one right now. Oh my god, please give me another Mab blessing. And I do refill a little bit of health at the beginning and end of just about all of the chambers because of some of the perks that I've bought.
Get ready to rumble.
Oh, this poor fucking rat. Hey, there she is. Can I get a companion, please? No? You periodically shoot bile at nearby enemies. Yes, please. It's like auto gun. I already know how to make Luigi's potion. yeah, just gonna leave that alone. So I've already got 4 blessings from Mab. I'm almost at the halfway point. I really want Mab's companion, which is a big spider. Well, it's a big bug. It's called a spiderling, but it only has 6 legs. So therefore, it's just a big bug. Nope. Bad spot. See you suckers later. You can't run past it, but you can dash past it. So yeah, like these crates here, you wouldn't be able to shoot an arrow past that. Same thing with these barrels that have been stacked up. But like this countertop here, you can shoot arrows over this, and you can dash over it, but you can't like dash through the stacked up stuff. So you see the environment is another tool at your disposal here. I should say the same also holds true for enemy projectiles. Like the big arcing shots that these guys are doing are treated differently. Treated basically the same as my lightning strikes, where they can get over pretty much everything. But for like the other rat wizards that were shooting the big red fireballs, if you just like run behind one of these things, you're good as gold. Also, the physics on some of these breakable barrels and other breakable items in this game can be fucking hilarious. It hits something just right, and it flies off to the other side of the screen. Let's get another horn. Since you're gonna keep giving me horns, let's just take another horn. Oh, that was a bad corner. But like these particular rat wizards, their only attack is that big slime ball shot. Like they don't have any direct attack. Like if that big slime ball lands on you, it's gonna fucking hurt. And then of course the slime also slows you down. But like that's their only attack. So you can get right up in their face, just beat the tar out of them. Well, that was World 2. For another night of the round table. I haven't needed to use any of my revives yet, which is a good sign. But this guy can be a real pain in the ass. It takes a little while to get used to its patterns. Thankfully, pretty much everything in this game will telegraph an attack by having that big exclamation mark show up over its head.
Get ready to rumble!
Ready. And he's stunned. Oh boy. Oh, goodness. And I got hit a lot.
Ultimate is ready!
Finish him off. Again, accidentally threw down my fucking turret instead of hitting the button for the ultimate. It's fine, because we lived. Yeah, he caught up to me. Thankfully, we get these healing fountains. That's my bile shot. That's just an automatic thing. So I could exchange one of my blessings for some gold. I don't really want to do that. And I don't really want another blessing from Gog Magog. So I will take another sword in the stone. And we are on to World 3. Here we have the Deep Harbor.
Your ultimate is ready!
Yeah, it is. Sorry, little guy. It's a little bit overkill. I need to go get my buff. Alright, what do we got? Light attack deals plus 40% damage when you hit foes with the tip of your weapon. or fire an additional bolt. Well, I'm using the bolts more than I'm using my light attack. So now I'm shooting 4 instead of just 3. Silk is kind of useless. Silk is really... that's your cosmetic currency. It's your currency to make your character look different or to make your weapon shiny. What's the golden hand? Convert next 4 rewards to gold. Break it, get a 15% max health curse, or gain money from it? No. I'm not confident enough in this game to start taking health curses. And I don't want silk, so I guess I'll take the moonstone. Yep, more range in this game is always a good thing. The enemies know it. They've got all sorts of different ranged varieties of enemies in this game.
Your ultimate is ready.
Sorry, little guy. Oh, I missed that first one. Second one got shown fucking business, though. Shop or horn? I will be taking the horn. Who's this? Shadow Mirror. Oh, that's for bad. Bad B. Bad B. But I already know how to make his potion. I want the fucking potion recipe for Mad. It's the only one I don't fucking have. And it's the one that I like the most right now. Especially since I'm gonna be facing a mini-boss relatively soon. Where are my water enemies? There they are. These things are fucking terrible. They have such a long attack range, and they move so fast. Thankfully, I outrange them right now, and they're too stupid to see behind boxes.
Ultimate ready.
Surprisingly easy room. Slightly more damage for the lightning. Slightly more damage per tick on the venom. Or slightly more bonus damage per venom stack. I think we've got to go with the lightning. So these statues will allow you to repopulate the room with enemies. And you will get some reward again for clearing the room, but I'm good on that. Looking around for things that are green and sparkly that might convince me that they can teach me how to make a fucking potion to summon my poison lady. medium-sized guys are a real pain in the ass. They're not, like, difficult enemies to deal with, but they have an ink attack, which obscures a section of the screen. Also does damage, of course, but the annoying part is it obscures part of the screen. Thanks to my perks, I am back up to full health. I don't see anything around that looks like a potion shrine. So we take more crystal shards. Then those little guys shoot lasers.
Your ultimate is ready.
Ultimate is ready right at the end of the chamber. It's fine. Could take this trial of combat. Yeah, let's go ahead and test it. Take time to do the trial of combat, my reward amount is slowly ticking down. So the quicker you can do it, the better. So that was half of the reward. Half of my maximum reward there. Alright, time for a mini-boss. Which one am I getting? This lady. Nope. I creeped around the edge of the box. Come on, bitch. I think she could reach me from there. One great thing about Dodge's staggered effect is it doesn't degrade over time. Ooh, I got caught out in the open.
Ultimate is ready.
Punch, punch, punch. Whew, took a lot of damage there. Oh man, I really don't want to have to do a special event. But I really, really need another blessing from Mab. destroy crystals. Okay, this one isn't that bad as long as they keep spawning relatively close to each other. Of course they're not. So I'm just gonna have to end up dealing with a lot of little dumb enemies. Someone say lots of little dumb enemies? Oh my god. That's a lot of projectiles. Holy shit. Okay, Trap took care of one of them. Still a whole bunch left that were unfortunately out of my range. And the iframes on your dash are pretty generous, I would say. Like, you definitely have enough time to get that second dash off before you would take damage from standing directly on something. Please, dude. Fuck. Here's my reroll. There she is. Hi, honey. You're still not giving me my spiders. Well, you're giving me tiny spiders instead of the companion spider, so I can deal with that. Tell them about the tiny spiders, mummy. Right, so let me go back over that one. When an infected enemy dies, it spawns a spiderling. So every time I kill one of these enemies that has a stack of poison on him, it's going to spawn me a tiny little spider that will continue to go around and do poison damage to other enemies that are in the room. I just want the big spider. Big spider is good. That's a big boy. Hey, little baby spiders.
Hit him with one of these.
Come here, you son of a bitch.
Your ultimate is ready.
Yeah, it is. Oh, look at them skittering about. They're adorable. Again, they only have 3 legs, so they're spiderlings. And this, right here, is why I'm almost positive I could get Ponk to play this game. Your companion for Lug is a squirrel who launches golden clovers at your foes. I am really tempted to take the dash power up, though. Because I dash around the arenas a lot. And what that skill does, or what that blessing does, is it makes my dash shoot a projectile. So I think I have to take it. It's not seeing it shoot anything right now because there's no enemies on screen. Also, there's no real, like, visual indicator of your dash cooldown. Which I would kind of like to see. No, the lightning is my heavy attack. My spell is the, that thing. Crystal turret that I have neglected to use. Which is a pretty nice thing to have, if I just remember to fucking use it.
Get ready to rumble!
Fuck you guys. It's not like you get to bang your ultimates. You can't take your ultimate charge from one room to another. So it's best to just use it when you've got it. Take another level in that. Once again, no fucking potion shrines. Some additional crystal shards are nice. That's really the currency I need the most of. It's those crystal shards to get me more just like basic level ups. So I guess what I was saying earlier about the runs only taking like 30 or 40 minutes, that's in-game time. I guess I should clarify that. It's probably a little bit closer to an hour for a full run on the easy mode difficulty that I'm on. Thought I was standing far enough behind him to not take damage. Oh, bad move.
Ultimate ready!
Come here, you son of a bitch. Alright, I think I actually... Yeah, I do need the shop this time. Please tell me Mab is one of the blessings for sale. Yes! Team's companions deal double damage. Killing infected enemies heals you by a half a point. I need companions to deal double damage. I don't know. Infected enemies healing me, even for a half a point, can stack up pretty quickly, but I'm also getting to the point where I'm about to not have to deal with a lot of enemies. And I don't have any rerolls left. So I take the big one. And I have less than 300 money. So I can't give Lancelot any. So I buy a little bit of health. Buy another horn. I buy more damage for my lightning. Yeah, the companions are referencing my little spiders and the big spider, if I had that. Here's the third knight of the round table. She is a pain in the ass. And they're sharks. Check. Help, they're sharks.
Ready to smash!
I didn't smash. Get some. Hi is out of that circle. Ah. That's... There's a lot of shit on the screen that you have to pay attention to.
Ultimate ready!
Bitch. Good. Dude, Gog Magog's special is so fucking good. Poison and then Hammer of the Goddamn Gods. Oh my god. Much healing as I can get. And for the difficulty that I'm on, that's it, basically. Now we are at the final challenge. World 4 on easy mode. This is the last world. This is Camelot. 'Tis a silly place. And we have to face some more of Arthur's knights. Probably gonna have to use one of my
You have
revives.
grown much stronger since the first time we met, Abomination.
Also, there's the guy.
But your upgrades are ornaments on a corpse, doomed to rot in a shallow grave. What a trophy you shall make now. At least you're keeping me entertained.
All right. Round 1. Horn or gold? I take the horn.
After you die here, the Grail will restore the knights you defeated.
Could have sworn I dashed past that. Fuck it. Horn. No, I need to improve my lightning.
You are destined for failure, abomination.
First revive coming up. Yep, there's one.
You failed.
I thought I dashed past that. Come on, Poison, do your job. Jesus, man.
Take this spoon of the earth.
Damn it.
Pound sand, little devil.
Damn it, damn it, damn it. We'll go with God. Bonus stagger.
Your
Fade
efforts accomplish nothing.
Suits of armor off to the side are not just decorative. They will attack. Fucking hate these archers. Yep, he got me. Got one revive. Fucking poison not doing its work fast enough. Fuck. Fine. Give me the squirrel. I need at least some kind of a companion besides just the little spiders. And even then,
I've slain fae, giants, and gods. Expect no mercy from me.
And now there's 3 of them. I do have the hammer fist.
You have made it far, but this is where your story ends.
Did I take that one? Team's companions deal double damage. Yes, indeed. He is a cute little guy as well. But now, I've got 1 revive, and it's time for Arthur. I think, yeah, I get another fountain. I don't know how much money I have. I have 76. 60 health there. 25 health there. Had more money, I might be able to get another mab blessing, but it's just the way these things pan out. And I don't really want to give up any of the blessings that I currently have for probably not enough money. Yeah, and I definitely don't want to give up any of those. Here we go. There he is. I really need poison to do its work here. No, that was fucking stupid. I need to block that.
Ready to smash!
Shit.
Your ultimate is ready!
Alright, that's round one. Don't get too excited. Round two is certainly when shit hits the fan. It's a lot of hits. You have to keep your eyes on them. Like that. Way too close to these flames, and yeah, that little bit of a stutter didn't help. But at the same time, I was taking way too much damage from the flames that were on the ground. Oh. But that was Arthur. If I can get to Arthur with all of my revives intact, it's not that hard of a fight. If I can also get there with more consecutive blessings from one of the Fae instead of a myriad of them, then that also really helps out because, again, if you've got 6, 7, 8 blessings from one Fae that all synergizes with each other, it makes it so much easier and you do so much more damage. Just hoping for not multiple phases. Well, hate to tell you. The easiest difficulty, which is what I am on, Arthur has 2 phases, at least that I've seen on this difficulty, and I think once you go higher difficulty than this, he has 3 phases. And then, if you have the ring fully assembled, then you get to go to World 5 and fight another multi-phase boss. But yeah, with his big arcing melee attacks, the ground pounds, the laser attacks, combine all of that with the trails of flame that are still on the ground, there's a lot to keep your eyes peeled for. I'm always surprised when I make it to Arthur, and I was super surprised the one time I actually managed to beat him. And then you get a recap screen. I need to remember that this is a thing that I have. After hitting an enemy with a bolt, your next light attack deals 100% plus 100% damage to that enemy. But you only get a time limit on that screen. Can't just sit there forever. Flame staying on the ground was really restricting your ability to dodge. Yeah, it was. It only does 6 damage, but that adds up so fucking fast. But at the same time, I've already put in like hours and hours into this game to be able to make it this far. And of course, as you see in the bottom right, I get to keep all of that currency that I earned on the last run, which is how you upgrade everything and get yourself new stuff. There is a currency exchange where you can trade in some of the currencies that you might not be using for some of the ones that you need more of. I think it's just, yeah, it's really just trading in stuff for crystals, fairy embers, and you can trade crystals in for this other stuff.
Sir Lancelot has a difficult task for you. Your sacrifice will be great and necessary.
I just really like the stylized, hard shadows that are on just about everything in this. Really a big fan of the look of this game. Okay, so I need 75 and 100. Really, I need 100. The thing for 75 is fucking worthless. Right, so, real quick, it's the mace. She also has a magic staff. That's your light attack. Another ranged option. with a little bit of an AoE. And this, I'm sure, can be altered at the blacksmith. It's the tome. Heavy attack. You can move this thing around, which is nice. But that circle that's expanding from the inside of the other one, once it expands all the way and the whole circle becomes white, that's like your critical hit. Your perfect hit. And then there's the chimes. That ranged attack is what led me to victory. The one and only time I've ever beaten Arthur. This is why I spent the extra silk to make this chime shiny and blue. It's an instant attack, there's no charge to it. That is the monk. Also have Spectre. He has some claws. He can also continue moving while he's attacking. It's like he's the only character that can move while he's attacking. Arcane blades. Make a little whirlwind with your heavy attack. And you hold that button down to launch all of those knives. Don't think it goes any faster if you mash. So whatever the fuck this thing is. Light attack does that. Heavy attack launches a little explosive. My favorite with this character is the scythe. It's a melee weapon that has a bit more range than just about any of the other ones. Plus you get a big old finishing strike. What do we have next? We have the Rook. This is the guy I was talking about that has a big old fucking cannon that he walks around with. I've got the halberd equipped right now. He's the big slow character. But he does a lot of damage. Got some gauntlets. If you like to punch a bunch. Also has a big ass hammer. This is what I was talking about, the hand cannon. The fucking wind-up on this attack is ridiculous. If you can get a couple of players playing as this build, it does so much damage to everything. You do have a cooldown. Well, not necessarily a cooldown meter, but an overheat meter. If you overheat your gun, and then use your heavy attack, there's a perk that you could get where that will make the heavy attack do more damage. So you've overheated your gun from shooting it too much, now I'm gonna smack someone with it. And then there's the character that you start as, which is the Vigilante. This is the guy with the bow and arrow. See that aiming line when it lights up? That's how you know you get that perfect shot. It's a nice volley attack. But you start with the sword, which doesn't have great range. Nice little thrust. You get a bow staff. It's nice and fast, but that heavy attack has some wind up to it. The range isn't that good. And then your shock ropes. Which I haven't really played around with. I do like the idea of having a ranged option, then you can like rush in and hit a couple of those heavy attacks with those spins. But I think my favorite weapon for the Vigilante so far has been the bow and arrow. For the Spectre, it's been the scythe. For the Rook, oddly enough, it's been the hand cannon. Because it's his ranged option, but it's so slow. It really changes how you have to, like, strategize when you're going through the chambers. And then while I do really like the chime as the monk, I have to take the mace as my favorite weapon for her because of the fucking lightning attack is so good. Especially when you get it increased up to 4 bolts. And then the magic spells, which I, once again, almost completely neglected to use. Get a turret, which has a really wide range to it. Storm Call, which brings up a reticle if you're holding down the button. Calls in some lightning strikes. I really need to start using this one, which is the Arcane Shield. Which I don't know how much damage it negates. Look at the description. Shield reduces the next instance of damage taken and deals damage in an area when broken or reapplied. So that's good. And then, of course, the Black Hole. Black Hole is pretty good if you can get it to land on a group of enemies. It just sucks them all into one spot, does a bit of damage when it explodes, and then before they disperse, you either hit them with the lightning or you rush in there with a dashing attack. I still have spells that I need to purchase with the Spectre. Oh, like all of them. So he's got Blink, Spirit Guardians, and Dragon Dive, which all sound pretty good. And 20 more to unlock that one, 70 to unlock that one, 35 to unlock that one. He does have Mystic Beam, which is pretty good. Magic does Rook have? And also I did purchase a skin for the Rook. Just a complete set of armor instead of going without a helmet. Oh yeah, the charge attack. Also need to buy counter, commander shield, and sky drop. I think counter might be his strong one. Because it's like whenever you take damage, it gives you a chance to negate that damage and then deal damage in return. I think? The knife throw. I think this one is just, yeah, you rush forward with the knife instead of just throwing it. Dagger flurry and shadow strike. I think Dagger Flurry is you throw a whole bunch of knives, and Shadow Strike, I think, is you leave behind a shade that does something. But it takes a little bit of time to unlock the 4 characters. It takes a little bit of time to get other stuff like the bounty board, or the potion lab, or the currency exchange. It takes a little while to unlock all the weapons and, of course, to upgrade them. Then there's this fucking guy.
Allow me to aid ya. It's the least I can do.
This is where you get your cosmetic sets. Not really too many options for cosmetics in this game.
Let's catch back up with chat here. It's nice that each character has multiple weapon options.
Yes, very much so. The thing with the chimes, that strong attack, I was able to get a whole lot of horns of strength and a whole lot of upgrades from one particular fae. And that was Cleona, which deals with weakening enemies. So I was taking a lot less damage, but I was also dealing out a whole bunch. We're doing like... If I can get the range right, we're dealing like at least 45 damage with each of those hits, sometimes lower. I mean, the DPS isn't the greatest, but at the same time, it's a lot when you can get it upgraded. Meanwhile, the lightning will only really hit, like, with just a couple of the bolts on most of the enemies because they're not really that big. If you can get it aimed just perfectly so that, like, the middle bolt hits the enemy square in the middle, you can probably get the 2 on either side of them to hit as well. But more likely is that you're going to hit them with just 2 bolts. And yeah, the scythe with the Spectre is surprisingly good. It might be my favorite, like, melee weapon in the game. Just because the range that it's got is really nice. And the fact that it's got that big old heavy attack. Also, it's got this perk to it that I bought. What's this called? Hitting an enemy with your light attack gives you a stack of So. Your heavy attack consumes your current stack of So to deal up to 200% bonus damage. That's probably the reason why I like it so much. I'm not exactly sure what they added with the last update. Tell you the truth. But yeah, so if your heavy attack consumes the So that you're building up, which is that counter in the middle, the bottom of the screen there, you drop that thing in, it does 200 some odd damage. It's also giving you 1 health for each stack of So that you have. So if you build that meter up to 10 and then kill your opponent with that hit, you're getting 10 health back. And yeah, it takes... You know, you get the first spell for free, the next one takes 35, then 70, then 140. The weapons work basically the same way, where you start off with this one, in whatever one is in this spot for each of the characters, and then it's gradually more and more expensive to unlock the rest of them. And they use the same currency as the spells, the fairy embers. So it's either, right at the beginning of the game, you're either like, well, do I unlock more weapons or do I unlock more spells? Which really depends on the individual playstyle. You find Guinevere out in the world at some point after you beat either a mini-boss or one of the Knights of the Round Table. Same thing with the Fisher King. And the same thing with Nimue. Who's actually Lancelot's mom, by the way. This is Lancelot's mom. This is my blacksmith, which is kind of a thing. Not really a fan of any of these alternate costumes. Like the one for the Rook that I ended up getting might be my favorite one for any of the characters. This is how he normally looks. Yeah, big burly dude hoisting a cannon. Or he could be white and gold with a giant fucking nose ring. But I really like the way that this armor looks. Big fucking elephant on the shield is a nice touch. You can make your weapons shiny. Not a whole lot of difference between those two. I do like this one. Might be my second favorite look for a character. But again, when all you can really do is make your weapons shiny or put a halo around your character's portrait in the bottom left corner, like, I would kind of like to see a little bit more work in that area of the game at some point. I think each character has enough weapons and enough spells. I think there's enough opportunities for power-ups and buffs across the board when it comes to the source.
Arthur's knights use the Grail's water to rule Camelot.
And then, of course, there's the system for powering up all of the different weapons, where every time you beat one of the Knights of the Round Table, you take their particular drop, the Grail water, use it to power up any of the weapons. And that's the other big thing with the chime. You have the light attack, which gets a buff to damage when enemies are over 50% health. And then a buff to the heavy attack when enemies are under 50% health. There's some bonus damage. So we've got the mace, fully powered. Chime is fully powered. Working on the book. Scythe is fully powered. And the bow is fully powered. So we still have a lot of work still to do. But like you were saying, that's one of the attractive things about games like this. There's a lot to unlock, there's a lot to do, and the gameplay is fast and addicting. And challenging in a way that seems overwhelming at first, but once you see the boss fights a couple times, you really get an eye for it. And it becomes a lot less challenging. It becomes a lot more plausible that you'd be able to do what the game is asking you to do. Oh, man. But yeah, that's probably going to do it for me tonight. Yeah, thank goodness for the currency exchange. And get rid of that silk and use it on something else. Wouldn't even be wasting my money on the yellow armor. Exactly. Yeah, man, my pleasure. I've been really enjoying this game, so there's a good chance that there's going to be even more of it on display in the near future. And yeah, it felt really nice getting back into an FF6 randomizer. I really need to figure out what's going on with the flags and with some of the special codes, because I want lots of goofy attacks that I don't know what they are until I use them for the first time. Clunk. I mean, having fight as an option is always nice, but I I was kind of getting used to it where my characters would have nothing but goofball custom attacks that, I had no idea what they did unless I looked at the spoiler log or tried using them once. I think since it is after midnight, technically later tonight, but realistically, tomorrow after I wake up, at some point uh, during, at some point tomorrow evening, I want to do my year in review stream, which isn't going to take too much time, but I'll probably either do another run of Sworn after that, or I might get in my adventure games after that. We shall see. But yeah, the plan for tomorrow evening is to do my year in review stream. And it should be a lot of fun, as it usually is. But as for tonight, that is going to wrap things up. More of these, eh? Question mark plus tech miss. Hey man, it's not the first time I've had a decidedly bad idea as a menu command. I've had Exploder as a menu command a time or two, which is just like, why the fuck would you do this? Well, all right. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a good night, and I will catch you next time. See ya!